Okay. Rolling? Yeah, rolling. Okay. Hello folks, Juan Blvd here. I'm at the Farmington Museum looking at some cool old stuff here for now, but I'm going to be going on a walk. I like the network of trails that we have here in Farmington. They kind of follow the river, a lot of them, and have many parks along them. Oh, this is a really neat old fire truck, huh? So it's April of 2026. I forget the actual dates. I'm gonna look at my watch. It is April 13th. Okay. I'm a little concerned about the audio levels peaking here because I have the mic with just the metal wind protector on it. It's picking up some stuff. It's hard to tell if wind is one of the things it's picking up. I have this harness on, this chest harness for the GoPro, and I don't know what it's going to rub on. I really should have brought some headphones to kind of monitor the audio levels. But anyways, this is, I guess, for whitewater rafting and stuff. I'm just going to go down and look at it. I'm not going to go rafting today. But this is the museum, and it's kind of, in the middle of town, I suppose. They call it East Main Street because it's east of wherever the cutoff is, which is actually close to downtown, I think. I don't remember the exact street, but they've got those old looking, at least, changing areas over there. They're very rusted. And then there's the waves. I like their use of the big boulders here. The tan, I think it's some type of sandstone, and then I don't know what these gray ones are called. There's some kind of granite or something, but yeah, the river's going a fair amount there. Looks pretty cool. But yeah, so what I wanted to do is find where this connects to the rest of the trail system and then walk, for a while. It's 7:30 now. In fact, I'm just going to start my workout on my watch. I'm trying to get in a whole lot of steps for this month because I'm doing a wellness or fitness challenge at work. One of the categories is steps, so I've been trying to get to 15,000 steps every day if I can. I'm quite paranoid about that audio now. We'll see. I'll mess with it in post if there's wind noise and all that, but yeah, so there's the back side of the museum. It's pretty cool. I wanted to see how stable this looks if I want to record more walk videos. I mean, on the map, it looks like there's a trail from the museum to Animas Park where the animal shelter is. I do suppose it's going to be getting dark while I'm still recording this video, so brought my flashlight I'm going to brag about here. My Convoy S2 Plus in copper. The emitter is 3000 Kelvin color temperature. Rather pleasant, I think, and I think you viewers will see it as well when it gets dark enough for me to turn it on. As it so happens, I still have my UV flashlight in my jacket pocket as well. I don't know that the GoPro would be ideal for capturing video footage of the UV blacklight or flashlight illuminating things, but I suppose we'll give her a whirl. I've also got my, yeah, I've gone a little overboard with lights here, but I've got my headlamp. I bought a 2-pack of the, what's the brand? Nebo Micro 250. So I think it's 250 lumens on high, maybe. That's why they named it that. It's pretty cool. I'll say it's maybe like 6,000 or 6,500 Kelvin, but I think we'll give that one a whirl in the dark as well, because I am curious on how GoPro footage lit mainly by that headlamp will look. So here we have the river. A lot of Russian olive trees are blooming there. Pretty neat. I think we might be going through a bit of a homeless camp. I might sidestep that one because I'm not really seeing what looks like an obvious trail. I don't really want to traipse around through people's places where they are living, but we'll see. If this turns into a actual trail, it looks like people are allowed to be there just for a walk, then maybe I'll keep going. So we'll see. Oof. Well, that just kind of looks like dirt. Guess there's a little urban exploration in there. Mix there. Okay, that's bound to be picking up wind noise. I mean, come on. Am I just going to complain about that the whole video and I'll have to put subtitles or something to justify my comments? Or whether to say they were right or wrong, to be worried. A bit of cold air making my sinuses generate water. Oh. Interesting to see the backs of some of these buildings. Economy Motors there. That's crazy that the hillside is eroding to this degree right by these slabs. It looks like it took some old slabs with it. That's a bummer. Okay, I guess there's not too much homeless stuff going. It's super steep right there. I don't think that would be pleasant at all to try to sleep maybe in a hammock or whatever. Still, hammocks, yeah, shoot. Been a long time since I lay in a hammock. Well, I guess we had one. And the dogs chewed it up. Okay, well, there's a sidewalk. I mean, that works. I was hoping it was like a cool trail with, you know, nice views of the river up close or whatever on the way down under this tunnel. I was hoping, but you know. Well, now we're next to a road, so you get a little snippet of what traffic looks like in April of 2026. There's a little bit of a, yeah, I think there's some homeless, there are some people who are unfortunately have to sleep outside, live there. Obviously, it's, if you're a homeless person, you're still a person first, I think is the idea behind the term persons experiencing homelessness or people experiencing homelessness. I guess that might be a decent place to walk down and check out sometime, but I just, you know, it's the evening, it's disrespectful probably. And it could be crime, you know, risk of crime as well. I think those used to be horse corrals or something down there. It's a nice view. It's a bit loud, dang, a bit dusty. I'm guessing we're at 0.6 miles now. Let's see what the watch says. Oh, we're only at 0.43. Dang. I gotta speed up a little if I want to keep it in the 15 minute per mile range. I'm gonna look at the meters because, yeah, the wind just is picking up. I don't want to base commentary if it's unintelligible. Alright, I'm going to try to relocate this mic before I cross that bridge because, well, for one, I can stand right here. Yeah, let's see. Just put it inside my shirt and just clip it. Yeah, I'll just clip it to the other, like the part of the shirt that's flat. If I can, I'm just, when I can't see down there, it's like at an awkward angle. Might be easier doing that mic mounting for someone else than it is to do on yourself. I don't know. It's something I really need to try to get better at for filmmaking stuff. All right, well, now it's inside my shirt, so hopefully that adds a layer of wind protection. Dang windy. And there's the river. Having some duckies, or geese. Sorry, geese. Guess you can't hear me from there. Dang, I better hold on to my hat. I want it to blow away in that. Goodness gracious. Never get it back if it went down in the river. Jeez. Okay, I think I'm hoping that by the return trip, which I may just take on the sidewalks in the town, but by the return trip, I hope it's not quite so windy. It's just annoying. Might as well put on chapstick too. I find myself carrying so much inventory in my pockets these days. Chapstick has to be in there. It's so dry, I think. Lately, I don't know, I've been having to put it on a lot. Had extra chapped lips a couple months ago or whatever, or maybe December. Or something, January. It was like really extra cracked and hurt, so I started putting on chapstick and then kind of went down, but it never went to the point where I just don't need chapstick in a given day yet. I suppose, I mean, it's still spring, but a bit windy and stuff might not help. Yeah, walking alongside major roads, 4-lane roads with speeds and above 40, kind of sucks. Ugh, dang it. Should have brought some Kleenex. Now my nose has got dust in it. My eyes too. Lovely. geez, even like a mask and sunglasses wouldn't hurt for this kind of weather. I'm just trying to hurry up and get over down to the part where it's blocked by trees. A little bit of rain coming down. You know, part of my thought of making this video today is that the weather kind of sucks, so the trail might be pretty empty, so you don't have to be so embarrassed about seeing people, oh, what are you recording, or have to answer questions, you know. And not that I have a problem talking to them about why I want to make video, but it's just like not an interaction you may be prepared for, or that's the easiest possible, but you know, don't really want to have to come up with a detailed explanation on a whim of, oh yeah, sometimes I just get the urge to make YouTube videos, or sometimes I like to look at pictures from the past about you know, areas where I live or where I remember living, and kind of just brings back memories, you know, just nostalgia. Photography, videography as a form of documentation, just for nostalgia later. It doesn't have to have inherent artistic value or merit. Really just is a picture of what's in front of it. So Google satellite pictures, and well, the ones that came before. I mean, satellite pictures didn't begin with Google, but yeah, they're not art per se. They're just a form of documentation. Satellite view of, you know, whatever the Latin long are, on April 13th, 2026. So I think it's kind of interesting to make videos that are just that. So this is my kind of my foray into that. I don't think anything was ever done on a particular day. Maybe there was a couple of videos I made at the motorcycle expo in Las Vegas that was sort of date specific that I mentioned, but I don't know. We're gonna just go take a walk from the museum over to Animas Park, which we're approaching right now. It has calmed down, which is great, and that's kind of why I'm talking more, to bore the heck out of everybody. That's why. No, I mean, hey, if you made it this far in the video and you haven't muted me, then there you go, I guess. But my nose is running now. I'm gonna wipe it. It's a bit gross, you know, on the sleeve, but I didn't bring a tissue, and it is what it is. So. But yeah, so if you're watching this far in the future and this is what everything looks like now, I shot it on the widest setting here of my GoPro 8 Black, and this camera's got battery issues. I don't know if it's the battery or the camera, but it kind of just shows that it's charged up, but then it like goes down to 0% and it just cuts off whatever. Works fine when it's plugged into USB-C for power. It might be the battery. I haven't bothered to buy another one and try it. I just don't really get the occasion to use it, other than sometime where it's just like in the house or clamped to something and it would be plugged in anyway, which is kind of what this occasion is, because I'm using the small rig NPF 970 style battery, and it's got a USB-C output, which I'm using to power this this GoPro. I think it's USB PD. I don't know the exact specs, but I want to say it was rated to like 60 watts or something if I had to take a stab at it. Pretty cool batteries. I guess they sell them for like 80 normally, but sometimes they'll be on sale for, I've seen 50 on like some of the less popular colors, I think, or 60 for the black one, which I got. I might get another. Some prairie dog holes there. What we got? I got an email. Wipe my nose again. I just used my wrist. Even grosser, right? I'm gonna wipe it on my back, and it's just like water. I mean, I gotta justify it to imaginary viewers in the future, but basically mostly just watery mucus that comes out of your sinuses when you're in cold air, or at least when I am. Some people may be lucky enough never to experience that. And good for you, because when I walk when it's madly cold or windy, even if it's warm, my nose just runs a lot. If it's like a pleasant day without a breeze, it's warm enough, my nose doesn't really run. But yeah, if it's cold or windy, it sucks. So I don't know, like, I guess I could bring around tissues and wipe and then throw it away when I found a trash can, and that's probably the good thing to do. And then bring sanitizer. Yeah. Anyway, so yeah, here's the trail, the main trail. It does connect under, maybe, oh yeah, it leads to that, I think we did go that way, the opposite from where I'm walking now. We went, kind of leads to that underpass where there's, I want to say there was a lot of graffiti and just like hangout fire rings and stuff under the overpass right by the river, which is kind of cool. You know, liquor bottles and things like that. You know, people have their fun. But it's actually pretty good weather for the outfit I'm wearing. I have this gray jacket on that's got some insulation in it, but like it has good pockets, and just like how it fits, and it has a hood, so kind of chose that for this walk, even though it's a little on the warm side. But with that breeze and dark clouds, it actually feels pretty good. Oh man. Probably should have brought some water. I'm a little bit thirsty now, but I'll be fine. It'll be almost time to turn on the flashlight. Oh yeah, this trail actually, I know there was another one that leads right by the river. But yeah, this one's pretty cool because it goes by the nature center. So I took a long loop. I wasn't really paying that close attention to which way I was turning. And then that's kind of hilarious because I started talking about it the other way, but yeah, it's all good. I'll be quiet now. Oh. Oops. Interrupted. Yeah, they are nice scenic places around here for the senior pictures and things like that, which I assume they're doing. Yeah, there's the nature center. I can loosen my hat a little bit because it's not so windy. Yeah, a lot of different routes you can take. Never really did go on the left side. I guess I'll just go that way because I usually go the other way, so I don't know. Yeah, I'll go check that way out. Maybe, yeah, I don't know. Yeah, I just feel like checking this one out. I need to keep talking about it. That's neat. I wonder what activities they do there. Oh, it's a garden, some kind of little garden. Huh. Maybe it's a Japanese garden, I don't know. That's a better thing to look at in brighter light. I suppose this video might not be all that useful if it's so dark that the GoPro looks like a grainy mess when it ramps the ISO up, but it is what it is. I'll turn the flashlight on in a minute. And sometimes it might be interesting to see what parks look like at night. I don't know. Zero Escape Demonstration Garden there. Neat. So I mentioned the fitness challenge, trying to get over 15,000 steps. Well, the last 3 days before this one, I actually got over 20,000, which was quite an undertaking, honestly. Like my feet and legs are tired, still are a bit sore from that, but still trying to press on and get at least over 15. If I can't get to 20, then that's fine. I just want to make sure my average for the end of the month is over 15, and that's just the goal. So I try to edge that average higher when I can. I did have shin splints last month. It sucked. Kind of like middle of the month or so. Spring break time, I went to Albuquerque with 3 of my kids, and we went to the zoo and went to Chuck E. Cheese, and there was just a whole lot of walking and a whole lot of driving involved, and it was on my right leg, so the driving part like kind of seemed to make the shin splint hurt worse. So dang, yeah, I was like putting ice on my leg a lot and taking ibuprofen, so it did actually go away, which is great. So I also got some inserts for my shoes that I wear when I walk a lot, which are I don't know how to pronounce it. It's Saucony or Saucony. And then I forgot the model number, but anyways, they come from Big Five and they're actually really cost effective, I think, pretty affordable, like $60 or so, because they seem to fit my feet well. But I'm on my 3rd pair where I try to get pretty much the same model, but I think these particular ones are the wide width, and I don't know if it was that like extra bit of play in the shoe that cause like a posture or foot strike issue. I think that's probable. So I think that led to the shin splint, because I mean, I didn't really do any high impact exercise other than running across the park to deal with the dog issue where we had Fry Bread. He was on his leash and he was hooked onto something, but another little girl wanted to walk him or whatever. Some kid that was at the park, so picked his leash up, but then he saw another dog and took off and was trying to fight with it. So I ran over there, but I think the dogs had already kind of figured it out. But obviously I grabbed his leash and scolded him. Yeah, I'll probably make some videos about the dogs, showing the dogs and stuff when we walk. I thought it was actually going to be raining more, so I bothered to wear this green wool hat, wool brimmed, or felt? No, wool. Yeah, it's wool. This one. Yeah, pretty nice. Greenish brown or whatever, I don't know. But keeps the rain off of you, off of your face and hair and neck and stuff. And then this gray jacket is moderately rain resistant, I guess. It's not really waterproof. It would get soaked eventually, but it doesn't tend to rain that much here. So, I guess I'll go ahead and turn on the flashlight. I'll do the convoy, show the different brightnesses. So this is probably set on high, is usually where I leave it. So if I half press, then it goes up. So that one I think is turbo. No, this is turbo. Okay, it was on medium. All right, so this is turbo. This is the lowest, medium, high, turbo again. So I'll go low, medium, high. And then I'll just hold it down there and shine it. And now it's getting kind of hot, so I'm like sweating. Kind of all the praise I was heaping on my choice of jacket for the occasion. Now I'm like, oh really though? But I can always just walk a little slower and sweat less. Speaking of which, have we made split one yet? Oh yeah, yeah, I guess I missed it with the wind. We're 1.83 now, about half an hour in. I think if I just hold my hat, I might feel a little less hot. I suppose settings like this might even call for using larger mics and my nicer recorders. I mean, I could use the AT4053B and the F3, just mount it on, I think I have like a short carbon fiber, like a 1 foot pole, kind of like a monopod, a section of a monopod or whatever, and mount it to something and record that way, or do some kind of a mount with like a clip and Behringer B5 or the Rode, dang, I can't remember what model they are. I think it's NT5 or NT1 or something. I don't know why I'm drawing a blank. I've actually only used those things like once. Stereo pair. That was a Rode. It was like 100 something bucks. I should get even use out of it. I could use the stereo pair. Record in nature. Just get some fuzzies. Put it on there. be a bit cumbersome for walks. I don't know what I would mount it to. I guess a backpack. If I wanted to wear a backpack, you'd have to have like a flat top or something maybe for the stereo. Well, I guess it could be mounted sideways too, yeah. Come to think of it, yeah. Backpack or a chest strap like I've got for the GoPro, but if I'm doing GoPro, geez, I don't want to be like a bionic man walking around. All kinds of gear stuck to me. But I could use a better lav mic. Oh. 16 minutes, 5 seconds per mile for split 2, so that's pretty cool. Not too bad. It's windy. That's my excuse. They're pretty cool, big trees. Cottonwoods, they say they're an invasive species. You're not supposed to plant anymore on purpose. Try to pull out the ones that are there. Get away from them. Case in point, these little seed pods, they're everywhere. And I mean, usually it's May is the big month for them, but it's gotten warm and early spring this year. So they're here in mid-April. But yeah, those seed pods are a nuisance, and they the structure that they grow in, I think, doesn't always hold up, so bits of them will fall off in windstorms, cause damage, things like that. So I don't know, they make a lot of shade, which is cool. Oh yeah, they make a lot of leaves too, and cotton. Yeah, okay, they make a lot of stuff. Cottonwoods are just there. They have no qualms about existing, being in your face. I'm me, I'm a cottonwood. So there, this is the bridge, it's pretty nice. Looks like, are those deer in the river? Or are they geese or something? I can't really, oh, I think, yeah, they're just geese. I'm crazy. I don't know, my eyes are dry somehow. I'm not seeing at my best for whatever reason. So there's, yeah, off to the right is the Vietnam or All Veterans Memorial Plaza. And then there's a little playground here, whatever they call it. I don't know. Oh, that says it's the Berg Bridge. Bridge is made of weathering steel, exclusively for that stuff. And it was 1992. So yeah, that's what that looks like today. For your knowledge and edification. So yeah, this flashlight gets a little bit warm, which is nice because it's like a hand warmer when it's cold and your hands are cold. But yeah. I guess I could be a little less obnoxious with the brightness. I just try to steer clear of people so I'm not pointing the camera in their face. But yeah, oh, there's, yeah, back to medium brightness now. There's that little playground. My kids have played on it before. It's small. I don't know. They get a bit bored. I guess it's kind of fun for like 2-year-olds, probably. Probably who it was designed for. Some grills people can use there. This is a really nice piece of architecture, I think. Stonework. It's I mean, it's missing a piece on the corner, but yeah, that's neat. Dr. Alvin S. Hart's reflect here on a life well lived. Very beautiful bench here as it exists today, and a very cool tree above the bench. There's probably pictures that exist of that bench when it was brand new, and you could see the trees around it, and it would be interesting to compare that. Same, you know, for compare this to down the road if a massive tsunami comes through or whatever, you know. Hopefully it doesn't take out the bench. It might take out the trees. So yeah, this trail system is pretty far. I think it says like 8 or 9 miles if you go from one end to the other. Goes out past past the hospital, or near the Bistai Highway. There's an outlet to, you know, part of the trail, parking lots and stuff. So yeah, that's there. And then here I think is considered Berg Park. I think it's the start of Berg Park, or maybe the in-betweens. Archway Court, that's what that's called. All arch trees there. Yeah, it's cool how they grow. Like, they're nice to look at, but you know, you can definitely see how those wayward branches can fare with, you know, if they're loaded down with green leaves and cotton pods or whatever, and moisture, and then it's super windy, they just crack off of the tree, cause a nuisance. Hey, there's a turkey. I heard it gobbling. Where is it? Huh. Well, I don't know. There was a turkey around, but I don't think it wanted to stick around and be paparazzi'd. Excuse me for that. I had to clear some mucus. I'm assuming it's still rolling. That would be disappointing if it wasn't. Disappointing if it wasn't. I'm going to check. Oh, well, there's a red light on. Let's see how it even looks. Yeah, that's probably fine. 43 minutes so far. Okay. Yeah, we'll keep going. There's a lot of little pathways, like wood chip paths that are around. It's pretty cool. Someone on a bicycle. Yeah, I don't know why I have this on medium. I guess I could just turn it up. I wanted to be polite and stuff, but yeah, no, that's a nice reach on medium, on high for, you know, just looking around on a walk. I think it reaches a good distance on high. It does get a bit warm, but it's whatever. Maybe in hot weather you can use a light that makes less heat. I think the warmer color emitters are less efficient and they create more heat. Also, this one is copper, so it kind of just spreads the heat all throughout it. Oh, okay, so yeah, this is Berg Park. In the evenings, there tend to be people hanging around that I don't really want to hang around with them, because there is occasional, well, more than occasional, but there's violence that happens in the parks at night in Farmington, and it's unfortunate. So I think it's sort of an unspoken rule that if you go around there, you know, you might be wanting to participate in whatever the violence is stemming from. Whether it's, you know, gang-related, drug-related, stuff like that. prostitution related things tend to stem in, or tend to evolve into violence. And I don't think your normal everyday person that just works a normal job, you put them together with a dozen other people in their shoes, and I don't think they're just going to spontaneously start stabbing or shooting each other. I'm not really sure where I'm going with this now, but it's unfortunate that people have to resort to crime and committing violence, but I kind of feel like it was always there in society. Crime, like no matter what the law was, I think people would break it. Case in point, murder existing today. I think that's always been against every law and code of ethics and things like that. Yeah, so this is San Juan Boulevard. I suppose I can just walk back on that. That should be fine. I don't know if I really need the flashlight either. I think I'll just turn it off. Well, no, I'll turn it on. But not on turbo, just on medium. Kind of for visibility. And to signify that I'm purposefully walking here, not just got dropped off by my partners in crime or whatever they might assume. I don't know. I really don't know where I'm going with this. I'm just rambling. I obviously have no qualifications to talk about any of that stuff, and just but yeah, well, I mean, crime sucks. I think everybody can agree on that. I don't need to be qualified to say that I don't like crime, and I wish there was ways in this city, state, country, world to reduce the amount of violent crime, especially. But crime is crime. It's just that some laws criminalize things that some people believe to be crimes and others don't. So violent crime is always wrong. So that's why I focus on that. So yeah. A lot of businesses have closed down, but a lot of new ones open back up too around here, San Juan Boulevard. Yeah, sometimes buildings, businesses around, especially car dealers, seem like they just move to another side of town from time to time. I don't know what, if they have issues with the building or the parking lot itself or location or what it is. Maybe all the above, who knows. But it is interesting to see repurposed buildings, that were designed for a use and then repurposed for another use. What was my watch telling me about? Oh, text. Don't think I need to answer it. Oh man, dang it. Now I'm hot. Take my hat off again. Oh. Maybe I'll get some. I don't want to get something to drink with the camera strapped to me though. Probably put it back in the car and then go get something to drink. Yeah, I think I might try to put that back now. Problem with taking off my jacket is the battery is in the pocket, and that's why I wanted to wear a jacket, so I can put the big small rig battery pack in there, because I have the battery issues with the GoPro. Had a little Anchor brand slim portable charger somewhere. Maybe it's in the car. I don't know. I'll have to look for it. That would have worked better. Like slide it into a back pocket. Run the cable to the GoPro. Probably do that now, because small rig battery is not needed. It doesn't have to be that NPF form factor or that big. Although that does remind me, I have a newer brand NPF 550 form factor. I just got a USB-C in and out, which I'm sure it's plenty to power the GoPro. Kind of nice places to take pictures of urban details. Like over there, it's a pretty cool building, just the side of it. Oh, parts of it were painted over and it didn't show as well as other parts. But yeah, it's whatever. It's just a building. Airplane flying over. It might be going to our airport. There's flights between Farmington and Denver, I think, is the only one. Be kind of cool if it was Phoenix, I guess. I don't know. It doesn't really matter. I don't think we would ever fly to Phoenix. Yeah, people like their loud cars. Maybe if you're listening in the future, there'll be no gas cars, who knows? That Oso Grande coffee place. Hasn't been there too long. It's kind of neat. It's like just a shed, but it's inside of a lot where there's like a drive-through and stuff. Pretty sure you can't go in and sit down. I think it's just the kitchen. But yeah, I actually haven't tried it, just seen it. I guess I could put my hat back on. It's not really like super duper hot. But anyway, there's a car wash. Car wash can make some interesting pictures if you use flashes and stuff. Light up the water in, or even just continuous light. Light up the water in the air, and try not to get your gear all wet. Because ruining stuff is not cool. That's a rather old-fashioned crosswalk signal, I think. Oh, now it's our turn. Yeah, All Veterans Memorial Park. That was the sign. I didn't bother to awkwardly position my torso to look at it. Sorry. Truck accessories. Yeah, 505 Motorsports, that was one of the ones that just switched locations. They used to be on the opposite end of town, on the far east end of town. I guess this was closer for people and stuff. So that's kind of neat. I think there used to be a different car dealership there, though. Or maybe it was Rent-A-Wheel. I don't remember if Rent-A-Wheel is still around. I think those things are a waste of money, like buying new wheels. I mean, unless your car needs it and stuff, but just buying more expensive wheels and tires, basically just to look good, I think. Unless there's a performance difference, I don't know. But if you're doing it just for looks, it seems like it's a waste of money to me. That's just my opinion. Nobody asked for or cares about. I guess they have those little excavators. That's kind of cool. Jolt Power Sports. I don't know how long it's been there. Probably a while. I don't know. I've been living here again since geez, that's loud. Since the end of 2019. So there's 6 years, a bit over 6 years. I think that place was already open when I moved back. And I don't know if it was there or not when I was a kid or teenager, because I just don't remember. So I have no idea how long that Pennzoil thing's been there. It looks like it's in good condition. Maybe it's not that old. Or it could have just been maintained well or whatever, I don't know. With blocks and stuff. Another car dealer. That's definitely something people expect to see, is car dealers on San Juan Boulevard. I suppose there weren't any small city streets that I could get back via, so Browning Parkway up in all the wind and dust was not great, but I think San Boulevard's like a lower speed limit. I don't know. People probably go about the same speed on both of them. Probably faster on Browning Parkway because it seems more like a highway, but it's a parkway. I wonder what time it is anyway. Let's check. It's 8:30. Well, I have to be ready to pick George up at 10 from not Cool Card, from Arkins. Juste Taverne. Very cool place, highly recommend. So yeah, the Magic the Gathering stuff that he's doing ends at 10, so I'll see where I'm at with my steps when I get back to the car, and maybe I'll buy a drink from Arkins. That's how they make their money. But the drinks cost a lot of that. We'll see. We shall see what I feel like when I get back to the car. But I think I'll probably go walk again. Definitely not in this jacket. So I'll have to, I think that battery will probably fit in my back jeans pocket, so probably plug it in there. And maybe I'll walk a different route that would take the appropriate amount of time to have me back by 10 if I still want to get steps in by the time I get back to the car, which I probably will, because I want to make sure I get over 15, and if I'm feeling okay and I can do 20, then I'll do 20. I think this chain of gas stations around the area has been known by a lot of different names. Like a lot of them I think were Mustang, and then some were Giant, and then like the Mustangs went away. Or maybe the Mustangs didn't go away. I don't know, but they call them Speedway now. I probably have old pictures of gas station signs in the area because I just took a lot of random snapshots of stuff. And I could probably look sometime. Well, almost back to Main Street. Even more traffic and noise and dust. But so be life. I'm just gonna cross. I feel like there's bound to be a quieter way to get back over there. Oh, that breeze feels nice now too. Whew. Alright, I guess it's my turn now. They sure gave that invisible car plenty of time to turn. wonder, I don't think this hat really has a good way of clipping it. Because I brought a carabiner, like, just in case. Like, oh, I might want to clip something to another thing. But the hat will be a perfect thing to clip. The jacket, I don't know if there's a really good way to clip the jacket. That's seems like it would be hard, but anyway. What is this road called? I didn't even take a look at the sign. It's a road, guys. It's a road. I think there's a cross street somewhere that goes towards San Juan Plaza where Arkins is located. $25 cuts. Yep. Pieces of data there. Sound of a modified, whatever kind of truck that was. Didn't even take a close look at it. I mean, it's either a Ford or GM. Probably, I think it sounds like a V8 to me. I'm not an expert. Might go past us. Oh, maybe not. I guess it went the other way. I guess there was a sign there. Basin Roof Systems there. And there are mobile homes that are like oh, this must be Hutton Avenue then. Yeah, that's Goodwill. So, yeah, I'm sure. I know there's cross streets. There's a school. Schooly Wooly. What's it called? Don't remember what it's called. We'll see in a minute when we get to the sign. Hey, the lights are on. Cool. Might be motion activated. Or maybe not. Animas Elementary School, that's what it's called. Oh, man. Hot in this frickin' hat. Just a big complainy pants, I know. Is sweating good for you? That's a good question. I wonder. I don't really like sweating, or at least not sweating under layers of clothes. If it's just one garment, a t-shirt that gets sweaty, but at least the breeze carries it away, that's fine. But when there's like just sweat trapped. I don't like that. But at the same time, I don't really like the polyester material that much. Like, to wear it directly on your skin just doesn't really feel good. And I think, like, when I sweat, it just makes it smell bad. Like, maybe sweat, or at least my sweat, just interacts with the polyester and stuff and just makes it smell. So cotton doesn't really do that. I mean, they still smell if you wear things for the appropriate amount of time, or you sweat and work and get dirt or food or who knows what, grease or something on it, it'll smell. But yeah, just smells worse if it's the synthetic fabric for me, I think. Whether that's underwear or socks or a t-shirt type workout shirt thing. So yeah, this one is 18th Street. I'm gonna walk across. I guess I'm supposed to go on this. Actually, yeah, there's a sidewalk there. Oh, it was saying something about split 4. Whatever the pace was, I don't really care. I'm not gonna walk fast and sweat more. Yeah, apparently I should have just toughed out the cold part and just not worn the jacket. I don't know. Or worn the windbreaker. That probably would have been fine. Yeah, I try to tilt my flashlight down a bit so I don't like shine it in cars' eyes. Try to be polite and stuff. Wow, those are pretty blue lights there. Kind of neat. Maybe they're to repel bugs or something. I think that's the U-Haul place on the other side of the street from me. Behind those. Oh, that's a cute trailer there, or mobile home. With the paint and stuff. Yeah, and there's the back of the buildings of San Juan Plaza. Hello, doggy. Hi, good doggy. It's okay. It's okay. Yeah. It's okay, good doggy. Yeah, it's okay. There's a good girl or a good boy. Yeah. It's okay. It's okay. I guess you can't really see much, but I was turning my flashlight behind me to point it at the dog. Kind of kept him from coming too close. I think all I wanted to do was bark. Or he or she. And that, she did. It. You can just say it for a dog. Obviously not for a person, that's insulting. So I get people not wanting to be called it. So it's a they or a them or or the one that they choose. I want to do my best to not offend people with that, because it's such a thing. It's like, well, of course I don't take issue with your identity. So if I misspeak, it's not out of malice. I think that's the appropriate attitude to have if you care about humans in general. I do. So anyway, and there's Arkins. I'm gonna walk over to my car and de-rig this and take a break.